Mangalore is the chief port city of the Indian state of Karnataka. It is located about 350 kilometers west of the state capital Bangalore. Mangalore lies between the Arabian Sea and the Western Ghat mountain ranges and is the administrative headquarters of Dakshina Kannada district in southwestern Karnataka. It developed as a port on the Arabian Sea, remaining to this day a major part of India. Mangalore lies on the backwaters of the Netravati and Gurupura rivers. These rivers effectively encircle the city, with the Gurupura flowing around the north and the Netravati flowing around the south of the city. The Water Resources Department insists that the government has no plans to divert any of the west flowing rivers, including Netravati, to east. But environmentalists of the coastal district say that there is no merit in the argument, as the government is contemplating diverting Ettinahole water.
Netravati, we don't have enough and more water at this particular point of time. Even as we take it in summer, even for Mangalore people, availability of water is a problem. In such context, if you divert our river to Kolar and Chikballapura, and what would happen to our situation in summer? That's one thing. Secondly, is it the only option? There are many other options in Kolar and Chikballapura. The programs was done in Gujarat by Lakshman Singh and the other Rajendra Singh. Those things can be taken up in Chikballapura and Kolar, and we can do it. If Gujarat, a place like Gujarat, a desert, can do that, why not Kolar and Chikballapura?
Fishermen and farmers completely rely on the river Netravati. West flowing rivers constitute a major portion of the yield, nearly 2000 TMC annually, which works out to be 58% of the total yield. Due to the narrow coastal belt, a major portion of the water goes utilized into the sea.
Strike, ಬಂದ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಡೆಮೋಕ್ರೆಟಿಕ್ ವಿಧಾನ ಅಂತ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ನಾಗರಿಕರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅವರ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ತಲುಪಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಲುಪಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬರುವಾಗ, ಅವರಿಗೇನಾದರೂ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿರೋಧ ಇರುವಾಗ ಈ ಥರ ವಿಧಾನಗಳನ್ನು ಬಳಸಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಈ ಸಂವೈಧಾನಿಕ ಮತ್ತು ಡೆಮೋಕ್ರೆಟಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ನಾಗರಿಕ ಹಕ್ಕು ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ವಿರುದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಧ್ಯಪ್ರವೇಶ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟು ಮತ್ತು ಇದರ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಅರ್ಥವನ್ನೇ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ಗಳ ಇಂಟರ್ವೆನ್ಷನಿಂದ ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಈ ಥರ ವಿರೋಧ ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆ ಬಂದ್ಗಳಿಂದ ಒಂದು ನಾಗರಿಕರಿಗೆ ಅವರ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯದ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತೊಂದರೆಗಳಾಗ್ಬೋದು ಹೊರತು, ಬಟ್ ಅದರ ಪರಿಣಾಮವಾಗಿ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟೇ ನಿಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಉಂಟಾ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಜಕೀಯ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು ಯಾರು ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕ ಹಿತದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ.
At the same time, a large number of protesters demonstrated against the project at Chikballapur. They wore black badges and took out a procession in the town. Apart from raising slogans against the government's decision to go ahead with the Ettinahole project.
I feel the most neglected issue of all is the environmental news, and even in terms of environmental news gets carried away as something like an event. It's covered in a very reactive manner. You see a tsunami is hit, and yes, that's covered. An earthquake comes and then we cover. Global warming, we cover it. Everything is getting covered as an event, whereas proper researched articles are not coming up. I think the Mangalorean media or the media all around here are not covering the issue. We are covering it as a political person or a personality party thing and not as an agenda, not as an issue of environment. I think, the common man has to be clear as to what the issue is, not giving us numbers of, which political party is backing whom, or which political party is playing the entire gimmick, or things like that. But it should be covered as environmental report. We do not need objectivity in reporting issues like this. We need advocacy. The common man needs to know what is going wrong where, and what is the effect of all these things, and how it is going to affect him in his life.
Now the question lies in every citizen's mind is that will the Ethinahole Netravati diversion project will be successful or a great failure?